Occasionally, I'll come across an anime that resonates with me on a personal level. Today's show, Poco's Udon World, is one of these. Directed by Seki Takuno, Poco aired in the fall season of 2016 and delivered a narrative driven by family, the memories we make with them, and the regret that forms. We start off with 30-year-old Sota as he returns to his hometown of Kagawa after the death of his father. We learn that our protagonist has been in Tokyo for a few years doing web development and has lost touch with the people that he grew up with. During the first few minutes of the show, Sota's best friend Kawafuji describes Sota perfectly at this moment.
この間親父の葬式で会ったし。決勝！標準語決勝!
In leaving Kagawa and opening a new chapter in his life, he's turned a blind eye to his past. This all changes, however, when he finds Poco, a tanuki, in his father's shop. Sota ends up taking care of Poco over the course of the show. During the time these two share, many memories come back to Sota. He recalls differences in the town from when he was there last, like the changed train color, as well as the experiences he had with family and friends. Family is the rock on which Poco's Udon World stands. Poco and Sota, despite being completely different species, create a strong mutual bond and love for each other, and become a family in the process. Sota takes on the role of the doting parent, with aspects from both the typical father and mother archetypes. He learns how to take care of and protect Poco while working hard at his job and attempting to balance out these two parts of his life. Alongside the development of the core relationship, Poco creates a connection between the time that Sota grows up with his family and the events that happen during Sota's return to Kagawa. For example, Sota's older sister, Rinko, plays a huge part in his upbringing after their mother dies. She takes up the mantle of the reliable mother and caretaker by cleaning, cooking, and putting a brave face for Sota despite their loss affecting her just as badly. She also wants to become a good mother for her children, just like her mother was for her and Sota. She worries about not being adequate to fulfill the role of a mother, as she thinks she's not the best with kids and her cooking was subpar. Despite these feelings, she still tries her best to reach her goal with the support of the brothers she upraised, as well as Poco and Nakajima. As another example, Sota is constantly reminded of important family moments, such as going to Yashima and flinging tiles, or being around his father making udon. These memories, old and new, are the fundamental reason to why Sota is able to reconnect to Kagawa. Poco's Udon World tackles the idea that family isn't rigidly defined. Rinko says it best in episode 10 when talking to Nakajima.
血もつながっとらんのに家族って。
血はつながっとらんでも家族にはなれるよ。
Family is not just solely built on the blood you share, but also through the experiences and bonds you build over time. In Sota's case, people like Nakajima and boss Dahama are just as important to him as his mother, father, and sister. He can rely on them, deeply cares about them, and both people had positive impacts on shaping who he is. Another facet to how Poco uses family is in the way the show interweaves it with loss and its impact. Poco makes a point to show that family never truly leaves you, even when physical separation inevitably happens and people move on with their lives. Even though the two main characters end up separated at the end of the show, Poco will always be in Sota's heart. Sota's mother dies early on in Sota and Rinko's lives, and their father passes away as well, but their presence is not lost, as Poco's Udon World makes evident. The people you hold dear remain with you through your care and love for them, as well as the memories you make with them, and the experiences that you share and will never forget. Sota's memories heavily tie in with the big, if not sad, part of life. As we grow up and leave the comfortable or negative atmosphere of home, there are times where we look back at ourselves and are filled with regret. This is especially true for Sota. Sota had many disagreements with his father in his teenage years, leading him to run off to Tokyo to pursue web development. The two never properly spoke before Sota's departure, resulting in a lack of closure. As Sota began to contemplate his childhood, memories of his father resurfaced, and with that came painful remorse. He'd never be able to repair the rifts that built up, or sit his dad down and have that final conversation. This overwhelming guilt is the huge wall that blocks Sota from reaching his full potential in life. This is the main conflict of Poco's Udon World. As Sota finally tackles these memories and the negative emotions surrounding them, he breaks down the wall and moves forward. Through one last moment with Poco, Sota learns how deeply his father cared about him, and he receives the udon recipe book as a memento of this love. With this knowledge, he takes his passion for web development, as well as his reborn love for his home, and finds work that allows him to be where he truly belonged. He stops running away, grabs a hold of his precious memories, and uses them to grow as a person. It's a fitting end to Sota's journey and development as a character, as well as a satisfying conclusion to the show that grabbed my heart and ran away with it. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe and share with your friends. Feel free to comment down below about how you felt. If you want more anime content, check out my recommendations of anime in 2016, or my video on The Witch Academia. See you guys again soon. Peace.